Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video on my channel. Yes, that's right, I'm back with a vengeance. My name is Jay, for those of you who don't know, and today I'm going to be discussing a couple things. First and foremost, thank you so much for still sticking around on my channel, even though I have not put a lot of content as of late. And as you noticed, the last couple things that I did put on had nothing to do with discussions or anything nerd-related. Don't worry, I'll rectify that very quickly. But anyway, guys, today I'm going to be talking about the Castlevania Netflix series.
There is a darkness upon the land. A savior is needed.
Who are you?
The man who'll kill Dracula.
Castlevania was originally a Super Nintendo and Nintendo NES game. Now, I gotta be honest, I never played any of that stuff growing up. I never played a single game. The only experience I have for that game is watching Angry Video Game Nerd play that and going to town on just how shitty, I believe the second one, Simon's Quest, is. And Angry Video Game Nerd, if you're watching, I love your videos, and you are hilarious. Definitely an inspiration, and I'm digging your playlist videos as well, especially the Megadeth and Metallica one. Rock on. But anyway, getting back to the Castlevania series, it was very, very reminiscent of some other animated series that I have seen in the past. Most notably, the one that I am wearing currently on my shirt is one of my favorites as well. Its animation is impeccable, and just again, like I said, the themes are kind of what really draws me into it, and it kind of ties me back to the old Spawn animated series as well. So for those of you who don't know, Castlevania is basically about Dracula and Dracula hunters. In this series, of course, the first episode opens and we see Dracula basically being approached by this woman who would later become his wife, and unfortunately she would actually be burned at the stake because she actually believes in science. And that just sets Dracula off on a tirade. And unfortunately, the only thing that was keeping him from going crazy on humanity and killing more people was her love. So imagine what type of hell all these people have put themselves through for the fact of him killing his wife. Yeah, shit's about to go down. So anyway, after a year has passed, Dracula had promised that he would rain basically hell all over the citizens of the world, pretty much, all of humans and everything like that, all of man. And of course, sure enough, it starts raining blood and raining these dead baby demon carcasses or whatever. Next thing you know, the sky is raining with blood, like I said, and then all of a sudden demons and everything and bats are flying down and just mutilating the shit out of people. Oh my god, some of the best and most gruesome animation I've ever seen. And it was very freaking awesome. And then before I knew it, the episode was done. And then, of course, you know, I got over it, and then I watched the last 3 episodes, which were very well done. We are introduced to, I believe his name is Trevor Belmont, part of the family of the Belmonts, who actually were in charge of destroying demons and fighting off vampires and such. But since then, they have been kind of exiled and banished and, you know, excommunicated from the church, if you will, because their black magic practices. The voice acting was great. I can't say that I know any particular voice actors except for the one guy who was one of the speakers. I think it's Armitage, English actor, Welsh actor, I forget. But he plays Trevor Belmont, and I really grew to really appreciate this character. He's kind of like the typical, you know, anti-hero. I did like the little inclusion of Alucard, who is Dracula's son, and the woman who would later become his wife, which is kind of interesting because I believe that that would make the kid very old and kind of aging very fast for kind of a human being. So he does have that kind of vampiric gene and kind of tendency, I guess, to probably age faster. I don't know, maybe. The violence and the gruesomeness of this show is really crazy. I was cringing at a lot of moments, including when the demons were slicing people in half. Oh my god, and their entrails were, oh. And then one of the most craziest cringeworthy moments was when one of the demons was running outside of the town, and then one of them had like a dead baby in their mouths. Oh god, that is some, ugh. But definitely recommend it. It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix original series, which is awesome. The only thing that sucks again is that the season is only 4 episodes long and it is such a short series. However, it is well worth your time. Watch it and definitely enjoy it. I definitely give this first season 4 out of 5 stars. I was going to say 3.5 because of how short it was, but again, the animation, the voice acting, the action, the story, it's all very cool, and it's adapted, I believe, mostly from what I've heard, the 3rd Castlevania game. I could be wrong. Again, I'm not too familiar with the games and how they played out. I do know that they do incorporate a lot of the game elements, including the fact that Belmont has to use a whip, and the fact that he kind of has these other people that are kind of on his journey with him, including one of the speakers who turns out to be kind of a witch or someone who practices magic, if you will, and Alucard, who is, like I said, Dracula's son, and also has powers like him, but also fights against his father's damning ideals. But anyway, guys, that's my take on the new Castlevania series. I highly enjoyed it and definitely recommend it to anyone who is a fan of the Castlevania series, or anyone who is a fan of any type of horror or animated series, stuff like that, especially if you are a fan of the Spawn animated series. I think this is going to be scratching that itch that we haven't felt in a long time. All in all, guys, thanks for watching. Definitely go and check out Castlevania. If you like what you see here, click the like button and subscribe. Leave your comments below. Leave the feedback, even if it's negative feedback. And as always, guys, I'm Jay. Take care.